As Christian gamers, there's countless of stuff biting for our money. AAA games are getting more and more expensive, and in this day and age, it doesn't seem like there's any game out there that doesn't have a battle pass. So it kind of forces us to ask the question, are they a waste of money? Let's talk about it. I'm Noah Price, Christian gamer. I love RPGs and JRPGs, but that's not all I play. Lately, I've been playing some more MOBAs. I've been playing a little bit of Battle Royales, and these games are kind of plagued with battle passes. Battle passes are a specific progression system that is unlocked specifically by paying real money, real cash. And it's usually in favor of games that tend to be free to play. So this is kind of looked at as a alternate way for the game to actually make money, besides the good old-fashioned cosmetics that you can normally just buy with your money anyways. The cost for this battle pass isn't too steep. It tends to be like a normal streaming service for America, about $8 to $10. Now, what the battle pass actually provides for the gamer is it usually cosmetics. It's a different way to buy cosmetics than just specific buying it. Sometimes they could be specific for a certain event, but there's nothing in the battle pass that actually makes the gameplay different. It doesn't make you actually play better. It's not pay to win. And they even lean more into, for those who want to just not buy the battle passes but don't want to miss out, sometimes these games will have almost a different tier of battle pass that is for those who don't buy it. They just automatically get some rewards so they don't feel too pushed down by the game for not paying money. But the big reason besides cosmetics that you would probably want to buy a battle pass, and certain games have this that really make it kind of feel like you need to buy the battle pass if you really want to progress in the game and unlock things, and that's because some games like Apex, for example, has some XP boosters which actually make you level up faster. But besides that, battle pass is a monthly service and is completely optional and doesn't actually make you win better in the game. It's not pay to win. It's totally optional. Since it's so optional, how do I feel about battle passes? Well, for the longest time, I actually hated battle passes. I did not want to do anything with battle passes, and I did not want them to become popular. I hated the idea of paying money for rewards instead of earning them in the game by gameplay aspects. To me, it felt like I was literally locked out of content for no reason. But it didn't make me not play any games. I still played the game, I just played it free. This is also because I was a broke gamer. As a broke gamer, I always lived by the motto, if you don't have to pay any money, then don't. There's no reason to. That's your way to win them. Haha, they gave you a free game and you didn't have to spend a dime. And the only sliver that I kind of gave towards the creators who put battle passes in their game is that it was a way for them to monetize their game without having to make everybody actually pay for the game. Instead, they could just play for free. And so I did have that small little appreciation, be like, all right, I understand this is a way for you to make money so that I don't have to pay to play the game. And at that part, that's kind of where I was for the longest time. But just recently, I've started to tip my toes into the battle passes and actually pay for them and see what is it actually that I gain from it, and is it really worth it? See, there's some things in life that you can get away with without actually touching or using to actually experience what it has. But there's some things that, to get a true perspective on the idea, you really do need to kind of tip your toes in it. So just recently, the games I kind of touched my toes into of actually buying the battle passes were Apex. Lately, I've just been playing with my friend group.
We only have 12 more days. 12 more days to complete the battle pass.
Oh, before it's all nil.
Yeah.
It's all for naught.
Apex is an example that have XP boosters, so actually buying the battle pass seemed worth it because then I get to actually level up quicker and get to buy more legends. That's what I wanted to do, and so I decided to pay the cheap price to unlock legends faster. It was easy for me to make the purchase because there's one factor that they have that some battle passes don't have that I think if they don't, it's really down into the D tier of battle passes. Apex Legends has a way for you to rebuy the battle passes. If you buy the battle pass once and you complete the battle pass, that means you have money or currency in the game to buy the battle pass again. So theoretically, you just buy the battle pass once, you could forever have the battle pass if you play the game. I love this. This takes away the whole idea of this being a monthly purchase to a one-time purchase to always have. Now, the second game that I've been playing a lot that I finally decided to buy the battle pass for is Pokemon Unite. This one, in some regards, as I just said, is kind of in the D tier. That's because it doesn't have a currency to actually buy the battle pass again. It does have a membership thing that when you buy the membership, it gives you the currency to buy the battle pass, and so you'll get enough to actually buy the battle pass twice or one monthly purchase. This is the closest to it, but you still have to do that monthly purchase, so it's not quite the same as Apex. But why I actually bought this was because, well, I had never done it before, and the cosmetic skins in the game are too expensive. They're ridiculous. And there's a few skins in the game that I actually liked, like the Zoroark skin. I love that holoware, so I've decided to, I will spend the money. And this is, out of all the games that I've been playing, this is one game that, compared to Apex, I actually would think this is somewhat my forever game. For a lot of people, this is the state they are in when they are buying the Battle Pass. They are not just buying the Battle Pass for any old game or every game they jump on for a month or so. But for a lot of players, it's their one game they play. All they need to play is Fortnite. Fortnite keeps changing monthly. They don't need to buy any other games. So instead of spending that $60 you might pay for per monthly for a new AAA game, instead you could pay for the battle pass and you don't need to spend any more money. And this is about $10 monthly, very similar to a streaming service. As someone who loves Pokemon Unite, plans to play Pokemon Unite until it probably goes away, I can kind of understand this idea of actually putting in the money to actually get rewards from it, because there is value from it. I realize that having actual cosmetics in the game is actually of value. It doesn't change the actual gameplay to where you are going to win more than others, but it does have value to the player. It's not just a waste of money. I can actually understand that. I understand the idea of commissioning art from people. In a lot of ways, it could be looked and deemed the same way. It does have value to have this specific art or this character that you like playing in the game. You can spend a lot of money to just buy skins, just to buy cosmetics, but in a game like Pokemon Unite, where honestly, the skins cost way too much. I understand paying artists, but there's a point where it's like, that's too much for the consumer. That's where a battle pass can come in to actually be affordable. So at this point, after playing some games and actually tipping my toes into the battle passes, should you, Christian, actually partake and actually buy some battle passes? Is it a waste of money? That's kind of the idea that we kind of have to go back to, is compared to any other person where it's like, who cares? It's your money. You earned it. As Christians, we live a different life. It's not our money. Now, I don't think this is a clear cut. If you're not spending all your money for others, then you are sinning. But is it necessarily right to spend your funds on something like a battle pass where it's completely optional? I truly believe if you have money to spend on these kind of subscriptions, there's no reason you can't spend your money giving to others. Even outside of just what people naturally view of Christians tithing their 10% to the church, which is super important, outside of just that, I think we limit ourselves and we don't understand how much just $1 is. I always come back to the widow's mite. Yes, this is not really the best comparison point of argument wise of like, hey, this is why you should look at this. Because the whole point of the widow's mite wasn't that you should give it. The whole point was that, hey, look, the Pharisees were giving a lot, but guess what? It wasn't really a lot of what they had of their heart, while the widow gave barely anything, but it was all she had. What I do think of whenever I remind myself of this is that it's humbling. It's hard to take in sometimes, especially as somebody like me who I'm still young and finances are always a headache and a struggle. To be honest, living life, it's probably always going to be a struggle. But always keeping in mind that there is probably some way we can give. If it's literally buying someone else a battle pass, it gives you an opportunity to have fun with them and to show love. That's what's most important. It's showing love with what you have. I'm gonna go finish Pokemon Unite's Battle Pass. See you guys later.